Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D Deep Dive. We're very excited to be here with you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with this amazing oracle, Sophie, the one and only. How are you, Sophie?
Hi, really happy to be here. I may be missing a little bit of my voice. It's all for a good cause. I went to a concert yesterday that was highly spiritual and very high vibrational. So I'm really happy about this shift of Pluto showing up even in music.
Wow, yeah, that's so true. That's so true. A lot more people talking openly about awakening, about spirituality. So that's really cool. So thank you for making sure you like this video, for subscribing to the channel. And we are, of course, simulcasting this amazing show on our YouTube channel, where we just also launched our December predictions for all the 12 signs for the astrology and the tarot. So don't miss this one. It was a really good one. And December seems to be an important month for paradigm shift. And also I will put an astrology video on the upcoming new moon coming tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And also we are, of course, simulcasting on our Rumble channel. So thank you for making sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to whatever channel you are watching this on. So that being said, we are going to do a part 2 of the last deep dive. I think it was like such an amazing topic. So thank you everybody for your amazing comments. Mm-hmm. We try to spread hope and also to spread knowledge and information that will uplift you so that we can all co-create the best future and the best timeline possible, because the content you watch is shaping your reality. So thank you for all the beautiful comments that you guys were leaving us underneath the video for the part 1. So this is going to be part 2 of Pluto and Aquarius. And I don't know about you, but I did feel the shift very much. Did you, Sophie?
Yeah, in the consultation also, lots of people are learning big lessons, shifting mindset. Things are just being purged out of their lives. And at first it can seem a little bit scary, a little bit like, where is my foundation? But you're just going to build so much stronger with something that is more reciprocal of energy. I think that's the balance of the Aquarius, and just so much stronger. So yeah, I feel
Such a good point. And also Aquarius is a sign that is a fast sign, a fast-paced sign. Mm-hmm. So it's like Pluto, death and rebirth transformation is going like on steroids in the sign of Aquarius. It's like very fast, bringing us to like the frequency that we need to embody in order to go in the path that is the best timeline for us. So lots of changes. Yes, I can testify myself, and let us know in the comments if you do resonate with that too. And in this part 2, we're going to look at what changes is this Pluto in Aquarius is going to usher in the world and the collective on many different topics. So we're going to talk about AI. We're going to talk about people passing, the nervous system, the process of individualization, the earth changes, the new souls coming in, social media, internet. So it's going to be a fascinating one. Be ready. And just to make sure for people who maybe didn't watch the part 1, Pluto entered Aquarius for good now on November 19, and it's going to stay in the sign of Aquarius for the next 20 years, so until 2044. So we're going to focus on this period of 20 years whenever we're asking questions for this show. So Sophie, are we ready to go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. I love your energy. You seem like a lot more, I don't know, lighter?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm learning my lessons too. You know, the last thing I want to say before we start, I'm sorry. This Capricorn has been, we have been stuck, I think, in many lessons because we were stubborn and we wanted to just do it the one way. And now that you just said Aquarius, it's a fast-paced changing, and we're just naturally more going with the flow with this sign. It's such a game changer in our world and in our personal lives. So I'm feeling that.
Yeah, that's so true. And I feel like a lot of us, like we're saying the past one, are feeling like timelines opening up that we didn't even know were possible. So Aquarius rules like um connectivity, parallel timelines, parallel shifts. So we're just like opening up to like, wow, like you said, like in Capricorn, maybe we were stuck on, okay, this is where I'm going and I'm gonna climb this mountain and I'm not gonna stop, never going to surrender. But now we're like, oh, wait, there's like an option over there, another one over there. So we're all being faced with like a lot more multi-dimensionality possibilities. So this is truly beautiful. And this is why we're making the show, so we can anchor in the best timelines for everybody. So let's start with the topic of AI, because this is where we left in the last show. And we're going to start by asking Source through this amazing oracle, how will AI evolve within the Pluto and Aquarius era? So what will we see as the evolution of AI throughout those 20 years?
So first it says that we are going to have to face a lot of people trying to interfere and to make this a tool of this old energy of maybe Capricorn industries, that kind of we need to watch this this possible path of the AI that is going to be in the first 5 years. For some reason, that's what they're giving me as a timeline. So there's a few things that I have to send a topic. First of all, it says that go ahead.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but what did you want to mean exactly in the first 5 years?
It's going to be the path changing on either it's going to be used for bad or for good.
Okay, gotcha.
Of course, it cannot be just 100% good or bad. And of course, it cannot be just in the first 5 years, but the big fight for using the AI for good or for bad overall is going to be done in the first 5 years. So there's probably something in the astrology that explains this timeline, but you seem to smile, so maybe you know.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense because Pluto enters Aquarius. So whenever a planet, an outside planet like this one, enters a new sign, we feel it in the first years even more. So that makes sense that we're like making collective choices in order to anchor the future timeline. So we're still like, we have free will in order of where we want to bring this technology tool.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
At first, let me check the second rule before I say something here, because it could switch. Yeah, that's it. Okay, good. So it says that it's going to be used. We have 10 of Wands and we have the card of the Cross, the heavy burdens. It's both heavy burdens, so that's very clear. It says it's going to be, the AI is going to be used for removing a lot of suffering, a lot of things that we need help with, a heavy burden, it says. So it may be serving for replacing people where there is a lack of staff. We know that the world has been telling us since 2020 that there is a big lack of staff. I don't know where those people went, but apparently we're lacking staff everywhere in the world and it's not changing. So AI is going to come to the rescue for this, but not only this, mental health also. Because of that cross and that heavy burden, we're going to see that helping more with the medical field physically and mentally, it's going to take more and more space. It's going to be, there's going to be huge budget on this. There's going to be a lot of interest, a lot of development very fast. And then that's why I'm saying that we do need to watch Five of Swords and the Snake. There is going to be some people wanting to use this for bad, of course, and people wanting to benefit from people having trouble, either with their mental health, physical health, or any other things. So this is depending on who will do the research, who will do the development, who will own those big companies. This is in the next 5 years. We need to watch this, because if we are letting, it says gullible, if we are letting this get into the hands of very bad people, very bad energy is going to go bad. But if we do use it with a sense of responsibility and wanting to help as a community, Aquarius energy, we get the Queen of Pentacles. It's just going to create abundance. It's going to create nurturing and caring for everybody.
Okay, I have so many follow-up questions. This is so interesting. Okay, so let's say if we were, and by no means I want to manifest that, but I just want to make sure that I understand where this is going. If we were going on the path that people, like bad people, use it to control the population, is the danger present because AI will become sentient, or the danger is that it will become a tool for bad people to manipulate humanity?
The Devil, 10 of Swords, the Tower, and the Three of Swords. It's going to be absolutely everywhere. It's going to control absolutely everybody. So use as a tool of total control of mind, body, spirit, what you do, where you go, who you talk with, your thoughts even. It has a possibility of being so controlling that the worst things that has been told to us in the last years by people who are really seeing the worst happening may come true, but we don't want to manifest this.
But the question is that, is AI itself the threat? Like, is it going to become the Antichrist, or is it being used as a conduit, as a tool?
Yeah.
For bad. Okay, so the second one. Okay.
Because the people who have control on it at first, and it's going to be people who are smart enough, because they're smart. They're just using it badly, but they're smart. They are smart enough to not let the AI outsmart them and have the control. So, yeah.
Because I'm asking because, like, you know how there were so many movies about this programming that was being implanted in our collective unconscious, that AI in itself would become sentient and become a threat to humanity, basically. So, okay.
I think it's just to place the blame on the tool and not the people behind.
Right. To leave the people behind the curtain still hidden.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And a lot of people also were like embarking on a theory that the ultimate, let's say, bad side of, let's say, we have the light and we have the dark. The ultimate dark side was AI, and I was just like, I don't know. So, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
The dark side is the dark side. It's just that they will have more tools if we let them.
Yeah. And if we give it like so much power, that makes total sense also, because it's going to be everywhere, like you said. Okay, second question, because like you talked briefly about like how it would replace different jobs or chores that we don't want to do, and in a sense that could be great, because that could free up some time and some energy for us humans to concentrate on creation, on things that bring us happiness, or to truly find our path and our fulfillment. So how important is it that we, like, let's say we use our time and our energy to do something that we love with the coming of AI that is going to replace some jobs? Because we know that a lot of people are working in different jobs just because it pays and not because they're passionate about it. So I'm imagining that in this era where AI is going to develop so much and replace a lot of jobs, that those people are going to be pushed to follow something that they really like, instead of, let's say, doing a job just for money, if that makes sense. So like, I'd like to ask the cards, like, how important is it in the next era for people to find their true passion?
It's not changing that much. But
Okay.
what is changing is it says Ascension when it comes to the money. So we're not going to regard the money as the value number one. But it's not changing that much, meaning that it was always important that you did something that you loved. It was always important that you find a passion, even if maybe that's not your day-to-day 9 to 5 job.
Mhm.
Had a passion. It was always important. It says that the signs to send you to that place of what is your passion are going to be more important and more clear
Okay.
in this era. And we do see that people are going to go less with the value of this job pays more or less, but it's not changing that much when it comes to doing something that you absolutely love.
So I guess it's still being used by God, universe, in order for us to make a conscious decision to follow our heart. So it's still kind of an initiation in itself for awakening.
You're absolutely right. I'm getting the Nine of Cups reverse, the Moon reverse, and the Judgment. So really important. Absolutely what you said, in fact. So with those cards, we can see that when you're not getting what you really want out of a 9 to 5 job, it's still serving the purpose of making you realize, oh, I'm not happy here. So what should I do to bring more happiness?
Yeah.
It's there.
So it still serves as an initiation for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Although the focus will be less on materiality. So we're going to shift a little bit more away from that.
You could be wrong trying one area and then say, oh, that's not for me after all. I thought I would like it, and then it's not for me, and change.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, so now still talking about AI and technology, but let's shift into more technology. So a lot of people are going to be wondering, will advanced interstellar technology be available to the majority of the population within the Pluto in Aquarius? Because Aquarius rules flying objects, planes, spaceships, ETs, technology. It rules the sky in general. So in Pluto rules power, money, investment, rebirth. So will we see this advanced interstellar technology be made available for most of us?
Card on the floor. Let me check what they are. It says red flag, distant. Oh, well, maybe not us per se, but it says we are going to have more and more contacts. We are going to have with other places. We are going to have more information on those things. We're going to see that lots of things have been hidden that we already knew for a long while and researched this and tried to make it the same. So I'm talking about the spaceship and everything. But so far, I don't have indication that we are going to be using those things. No, it says, yes, we will have more communication. Yes, we will have more information on this. Yes, we will know that we are far more advanced that we initially were led to believe. But it doesn't, with this Hangman, it doesn't really show that we're going to change here in the treaty what is offered to us, but we're going to be made aware of a lot of more stuff. So,
okay. So I guess like the secret space programs are going to be made themselves known.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not necessarily, like, the whole population is not necessarily going to have access to those technology, but we're going to know a lot more about those.
I think we will have to have like a school to learn how to drive them, and then regulations before and things like that. So there's a longer run for this, but everything can be revealed. Everything can be public in the next year for sure. Yes.
Okay, interesting. A lot of people are going to be happy about that because there's a lot of talk about those kind of things in the spiritual community. So, okay, next question. Are there already clones walking this earth? Are there already clones walking this earth?
Oh, absolutely. And it's already also, okay, so there's a few things that are shocking me in those cards. We have, it says the secret, so it's kept secret, but also it will be revealed for sure. It says that there is already special laws that is, so there is laws that are secrets. And
For clones.
Sorry?
For clones.
Yeah, but I'm assuming there is also on many other topics that we just don't know about. So there is apparently with those cards, it says that, and I will go specifically for clones, but this is for me that's interesting. It says that there is lawyers and judges and everything that is reserved for that kind of those special laws that are kept secret. So clones are part of it, and I'm assuming there's a lot more going on there. When it comes
hybrids, like also ETs, all that.
Yeah, everything that is kept secret. There is a court of law for this, and it is far away from the projectors.
Okay, that is interesting.
Yeah. When it comes to clones, let me check with the tarot. So it says that they are, it's very interesting because I'm getting the card of the child. So I'm wondering if that means that they are being born as a baby or as a child and they are growing up. So they're saying that clones have been there for a long time already. They are part of society. It says that it has helped a lot. Not saying who or for what, but it has helped a lot. It have another card with this justice system. Okay. So we can expect that in some cases, people had paid for clones to not do their sentences and just go away and not go to further justice, not go for prison or anything. Or people trying to, I'm not going to say the word because we're on YouTube, and instead of having their own justice, they're just buying a clone, and then basically they let whatever justice be done, and they're just going away. They're saying that there is a lot of problem with their voices.
With their voices?
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, you know what? That makes sense. Because like the voice is like a frequency. It's not just the way I view it is not just something physical that is part of your DNA, but it's also a frequency tool. So it's kind of in line with your soul too. Yeah, but it could also be have like the physical makeup, but not necessarily the frequency. Yeah. It could also be like if they have a certain vocabulary or if they have a certain accent or a certain, but it's the voice that they have a problem. So they need teaching. They need a lot of time in this. Wow. It says that they are already been used for organ donation or donation. Yeah, it says they are already being used for this. And justice is another card of justice. Do you see this? It will become a big problem because when those things are being revealed, we will have to make those laws known and we will have to apply new laws so people can be okay with what is going on. Okay, I'm mind blown. It makes me think of the movie. Did you see The Island with Scarlett Johansson? Okay, so it's really basically it's like a documentary if we if we look at the cards. Yeah, it's been a long time. They use the clones for like organ donation because they're like a replication of like some rich and famous people. So they use the clones in order like when they need a spare organ or body part, like an insurance policy, basically. Yeah. And the last thing I just wanted to say is that with this card of secret, I told you like it's going to be revealed, but the card that is on top of it is the Ace of Swords. We are going to know. Ah. And how soon do you think? Like, do you have a
It
sort
says
of an idea?
the Knight of Pentacles. That's the slowest card of the deck. So they're trying to keep it really hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing is that we had the card of the child. I said I was going to look into it, so I'm going to do that quickly. There's many types of clones apparently, so you can have, there is already like you can choose your baby and like change a lot of things and make it a kind of a clone. Apparently that's the same as having a clone. This is there, or it could be that you want to have multiple you for protection or for anything else. They have a mark on their body though, apparently.
This is crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, crazy question, but can we ask if, because you remember we talked about the DNA tests and that they were doing some nefarious stuff with those with that data. Let's say, for example, do you and I have clones that were created that we're unaware of? Like, and of course it was without our consent. So I'm thinking like the justice card might be there because like a lot of people might have clones that that didn't give their consent to.
We can ask that in two questions. If
Yeah.
clones are being created without consent of the person, and then if we
Okay.
do,
Good idea.
that's a lot. Wow. And by the way, since our last show on the DNA, I found a way to remove my DNA from that place where we did it. And so it's possible. Okay. So if you do want to remove your DNA, there's a way online to do it before.
Yeah, well, so they say, but
yeah, but it's already better than not doing it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm naive on this. Okay. So is there clones of people without the consent of the person? Yeah. 6 of Wands and 5 of Cups. Yeah. Not for us yet. I don't know yet. But there is clones of people being created without the consent of the people. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's and again the justice card. So it's like this is what I was thinking, because like the justice came so many times and I was like, maybe it creates like a legal problem because most people didn't consent to having a clone, having their DNA been taken from them. Okay, so let's ask if you and I have clones. And I don't know if I want to know, but let's ask. Okay, this is crazy.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, let us know what you think, but this is certainly crazy. Crazy. Okay, I will try to process that information. Thank you. And then a lighter question to finish this category, since we need to think about other things. Will we all be trading in cryptocurrencies in the Pluto and Aquarius era?
Okay.
Or is it going to be the main trading currency?
Okay. We already asked that question, but let's see with where we're aligning with the time. World event change a lot, so let's see. Okay, let's see what we have. It says deception, the key, extractor, miracle, expectation, family room, inner voice, and poverty. We're still navigating very thin line between two timelines with what is coming up with the finances. And so far, we're not going to see the worst. Let me just pull for exactly the question that we are asking now. So interesting that we do have those two balancing two different things, balancing with 2 cups and balancing with 2 pentacles. I think it's going to be meaningful to have some cryptocurrency. I'm not going to say that it's going to be the main one. I don't see it. I think that you have to be really fully aware of which one you want to take and not be scammed by anybody on this. But I do see that some cryptos are going to be used alongside right now, as well as possibly silver. Yes. Why? It's because of those 2 metal cards, so the 2 pentacles, and we do have 2 liquids. Liquids is money. So, but it's still showing up as between 2 timelines, and we seem to be heading towards not having this worst timeline being manifested, because when it comes to the card of poverty, we have the Strength and Ace of Wands. So it is not showing up as this big reset.
Okay. Whew. Well, sometimes it's good to re-ask the same questions because we know that it shifted so much in the past weeks and months. Okay, next one I want to ask, and it's a bit, it's kind of a tough question, but hear me out because I think it's an important one. Aquarius rules masses of people. It rules the people in general, the common people, and Pluto rules this death and rebirth. So one of the theory that many astrologers had, including myself, is that we might have seen like a mass, let's say, departure of a lot of souls from this realm. So can we ask the cards, are we going to see large numbers of people passing away in those 20 years?
And we did see it in the part 1 also with the NPCs. So let's see.
Right. So all of those mixed together, human, aliens, NPCs.
Yeah. For me, it's mainly going to be the soul departure, but not necessarily the body. But we do have more people dying than usual showing up. Yes. I want you to know that there is going to be a lot of mental health that is going to need attention. We have the Dark Night of the Soul, and we have the Star card. So trying to guide the souls that are more lost towards the light. That doesn't guarantee that this is just the unawakened. That could be people who struggle in general with mental health. And what we see is that it's mainly happening when we shift from this energy of how we used to do things. And now everybody has to relearn a new way of processing the reality. This is the masculinity. So we do have to realign with this change. And some are saying, I don't want to be there for this. So there is going to be, yes, souls leaving. I don't see, I'm not seeing a big disaster. Maybe there is, but they're more showing me that mental health adjustment, and the soul is just, I'm out. And I cannot adjust, or I don't want to adjust, and I'm out.
So like the inability basically of going through like an internal transformation is kind of the main factor.
Absolutely. It's 2 major arcana, and this is like the wheel. It's basically saying, I tried, I can't, and I'm out, and I'm okay with this.
And as you're saying this, there's a train passing by. So I guess it's a message.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Thank you. And next category, we're going to talk about the nervous system a little bit, because Aquarius rules the nervous system. Pluto rules power. It rules this DNA activation as well. So I'd like to know, and I'd like to ask the cards, what will happen to our nervous system in the age well, not age of Aquarius, but Pluto in Aquarius era. What will happen to our nervous system?
We're not calling it the age of Aquarius?
Well, the age of Aquarius is a lot bigger than just the 20 years that Pluto will stay in Aquarius.
Oh, okay.
But Pluto is in Aquarius is ushering this age more, like say, in the real 3D world. But the age is a big one.
And when is that? Do you know?
When?
Yeah.
But it's now. But like the age of Pisces and the age of Aquarius are like overlapping each other because it's like a 2,000 years period. So we're still like, let's say, in the transition, but like having Pluto in Aquarius is like pushing us towards Aquarius rather than Pisces.
I don't know why, but I really believe that it was the Pluto in Aquarius that made this all agent of Aquarius. I'm hearing the song.
It's pushing it, but it's more than that. Like even when Pluto goes out of Aquarius, it's still going to be the age of Aquarius.
Okay. So
going back.
System.
So what will happen to our nervous system during the Pluto in Aquarius?
It starts with a bang. The nervous system is going to receive a shock at first. It starts with a bang, okay? So we have this the dark side of the dark night of the soul. Then we have the return. So it's just showing up as, okay, so this is all of the crap that we have accumulated, and it needs to go out now. So it's not I'm sorry, it's not going to be available anymore to wait, and then it's not going to be an option to wait. We need to clear this. So we're going to have all of those things resurfacing, and you're going to be really aware that this is there in your nervous system asking to get out. This is my Tower card in my oracle deck, and we have attachment, so limiting belief, unhealthy attachment with things, places, people, relationship, even food, even habits. All of those things are just going to create this big chaos first. It's going to hit first, okay? I'm saying first because I'm sure it will smooth out after, but let's see. You're not going to get to the good place if you're not getting those things out, okay? So the nervous system, it's like, we need balance now. It's now or never. It's now. So it's resurfacing at first for you to address. You're not going crazy. You're not extremely exhausted because of no reason. You're not lazy. It's because your nervous system is trying to purge out those things.
Do you mean like, do you think that we're getting out of like survival mode, the reptilian brain, all of that stuff? Like, is it the process of getting out of that?
For sure, there is a lot of dimension to it. Your own life, your own soul evolution, lesson that you have not learned that you need to purge out, environment around you, but also world things as well. So there's a lot of layers in this, and people are going to react differently according to what work is already done. But again, we're seeing that it's not going to be able to just ignore it, okay? So past this, they're like, no, you're not going to get past this. All right. So past this, we have the recognition. Apparently, the way to do it is to reconnect your divine feminine and masculine together. That apparently is the way to do it. How? Use the yin and the yang. If you're too much in the yang, which is the Capricorn, which is the masculine energy, you're going to have to balance it with yin activities, food, and things like that, and rebalance the feminine with the masculine if that is your case. We see this again and again, and then rebalancing the scales. Your own worst enemy is, it says, pride and ego. We need to really be honest with ourselves and say, where do I need to work? Where do I need to change stuff? And it's not easy. And it says aggressivity. That is your nervous system that is doing a reaction to you wanting to change.
That you're so on point, because Aquarius is all about balancing the feminine and the masculine within ourselves. To like, you see the Temperance card to me is that energy. So it's like rebalancing that and that's why I think like the gay movement was hijacked. I mean, not highlighted, but also highlighted, because like the dark forces knew that this is where we were going as like a natural tendency, because Aquarius is all about alternative ways also to have relationships, but also it's finding a more inner balance between that. So and regardless of your sexual orientation, like we're all aiming for a better balance between feminine and masculine. But I feel like the dark agenda was to put a lot of confusion in that, and to make people think that they had to alter their gender in order to make different choices, which to me makes no sense. But I'm going on a tangent here, but
we're not saying that being gay or anything has a bad effect to you if you're balanced between yourself and you love who you love.
Of course not, but I'm just saying, like, if you're more balanced, but let's say your masculine and your inner feminine are like almost 50-50, then you could be attracted to both genders, and that's okay, because people are going to have different balance between their own feminine and masculine. So I'm just saying that I think like it's a normal evolution. Not saying that everybody will be gay, but it's just saying that it's part of the Aquarius archetype as well.
Absolutely. And just side note on this, I'm seeing that almost, I'm not going to say all because that's not true, but almost all women had to learn to be more masculine in their ways because of what society expected of productivity. And a lot of the female energy, and we all carry both. So if you identify as whatever and you are resonate with this, good. But we need to reconnect with a more balance.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have too much masculinity because of this, what we had to do and what was asked of us. Now need to rebalance with the femininity, which is not by society a good thing. And you're going to get triggered. That's why I had the card of pride and ego, on top of the fact that changing is not easy. But society is not regarding it well when you're taking more time and relaxing more, and being receptive instead of action. So see how it fits for you.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we're all moving in that direction individually. I think it's part of the spiritual awakening process. Next question. So how important, and we're talking about the nervous system still, and we see that there's like a major transformation of the way that we're going to use it, maybe as an antenna, as a channel. So first, there is this huge purge that needs to happen. But how important is it that our channel is clear to pick up new messages, new frequencies, new information?
It's mainly talking about the danger of not purging your channel. The cards are saying that if you're not purging your channel, we have the whip, which is tension, animosity, and quarrel, and we have cancelled. So it's a lot of lower frequency right there. It says your channel can be compromised. We do have this moon, which is you're going to think it is coming from your intuition, but in fact it's illusion. We have false person. So the cards are pretty clear on, if you do not do this work, you're going to have this connection with an entity, yes, but it's not going to be the highest quality. But if you do the work, we do have the card of Ascension, and I'm going to take a few cards of tarot with this one. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and we have the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. you're going to receive a lot more of messages with this Aquarius energy. You're going to receive a lot more of messages that you're going to feel more confident about. I feel like it's just, we have so much Pentacles, and even the card of Ascension is a tree. So the tree is basically about roots and very solid foundation. With this, it means that you are going to feel way more sure about your information coming in, your intuition, and it's almost like you can touch it. It's almost like it's manifesting quicker, and it's clearer, and you may feel it also in your body, having more chills or other symptoms in the body. But with this, it means that we need to clear the channel before. If you're not getting those things, you may have to clear this and maintain your channel clear.
Wow. Okay. So big responsibility there. We all are responsible for our own channel, because it seems like it's a major key player there. Okay. So next question. Last time we had Pluto transit the sign of Aquarius, it was the beginning of the French Revolution. So basically the hierarchy was taken down, the royalty, and it was the people taking back control, people being Aquarius, the masses, the common people, Pluto's power. So, and we had like a major rebellion that was sort of the start of a global movement. So, will more people rebel during Pluto in Aquarius?
It says absolutely. The card that just flew out. It's the pot stirrer. It says, I will create drama and chaos. And we have night and day. People are demanding big change. They are saying it's now, and we don't care about breaking rules or like the pot stirrer. We have mute. So between the card of night and day, we have mute and chaos. So we're not going to be silent anymore. It is done. Yeah. Oh my God. This is so. We have the contrast back to back, the heart and the heartbreaking. It's basically meaning that we're not going to take what is not meant for us anymore. And I see this a lot in the personal life. That means that you're going to maybe feel it in your personal life and in the world event as well. You're not accepting things, and I'm getting so much chills. You're not going to accept things in anywhere in your life that are not making you happy anymore. That it is laws or government, or that it is in your personal life or your job, your family. It says that you cannot control this. It's going to be visceral. You have waited for a long time for this change, and now you're going to demand this change. It's a big shift, but I just want to say that the card on top of those two hearts is the King of Hearts, the King of Cup. That means that it may feel like you're less tolerant. It may feel like you are causing hurt in other people or whatever. But in fact, this is helping because you're honoring your own feelings. You just need to do it in a way that is healthy, but you are in fact learning and evolving.
Oh, wow. I love that. And yeah, I do feel this. A lot of people are re-empowering themselves at the moment, making different changes to find more freedom, Aquarius, to be able to express how unique they are, how different they are. So really in line with the astrology for sure. Okay, next one, I want to talk briefly about Earth changes. Are we going to see a pole shift within the Pluto and Aquarius era?
It says it's already happening.
Okay.
What does that mean? It says it happens very slowly. So I the little information that I have on this topic, because I didn't listen to our dad when he was telling us for years.
I sort of half listened to. I was like, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, because we were not there at the time, and he was extreme also on this, which now we love. But at the time, we were like,
Yeah.
So now he's watching us, and he's like,
I told you.
So it says it's very, very slow, in fact. So it's already happening, but the fact that it is very slow,
it's not as destructive as maybe we thought.
Exactly. It says, okay, we have truth coming up. I keep seeing that kind of a blockage that is removing a lot of the effect of the pole. I don't know what it is.
The chemtrails?
That is removing, that is slowing this process down. And okay.
Can we ask?
Yep, asking. Well, the Three of Wands would make it yes. I think there is something other than this. Yeah, okay, you're right. Chemtrails. The next card is this, and we have
they're spraying aluminum and other chemicals in order to delay the earth changes that are in the process of happening.
Yeah. There is something here. It's slowed down, and I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal.
Okay. So there, and I wasn't planning on asking this, but there are some interesting theories in the spiritual community that we're not going to see a réchauffement climatique. What's the word?
The warming.
Global warming. Thank you. And that we're actually living
colder.
A colder era, which I'm losing my words, and I'm going to blame that on Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
And we're actually moving into another ice age.
Yeah, I heard that too. Okay.
Can we ask the cards is that true? Are we moving towards an ice age or global warming?
It's tough because I do have the strength, which is warmer, and I do have the tower, which is warmer. But underneath those things, it's almost like it's saying those two are very warm. Though it says basically that we do have kind of both happening in the same time. Okay. How is that possible? I'm just going to
maybe
show
we're
you.
Breaking away from old patterns of old cycles. I don't know.
So this is underneath the card of strength in the tower, which means that this global warming, use the word that you want if this is a trigger for you, but this global warming is kind of what is showing up as coming up with stability. The King of Pentacles is very slow, and it's very, it's there, it's grounded, it's in the reality. But we have this card of the Two of Pentacles. Again, I get that this Aquarius likes to have multiple timeline, but I'm getting a little bit tired of it.
Maybe it depends on the technology and what's being engineered, because we know that there's a lot of programs that control the climate.
Yeah, we see that the wood that is being removed is also a big cause of this warming. But I mean, how do you see this showing up and think that we're going to be in a danger? We're not. It's very crazy, but it's like, yes, we were supposed to have this warming up according to the cards. Yes, we had this colder energy that is there too. And it says that it's almost like it's canceling each other out.
Okay.
How is that possible? Oh, don't ask. For sure, they're playing with the weather so much.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The program that is HARP that is playing with the climate. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So we have this extreme cold, and we do have this warming up. So I would have to say, judging from those cards, not my own point of view, judging from those cards, the global warming up is real, but it is being balanced with this cold, and we're good.
Okay, so what kind of earth changes can we expect in the Pluto in Aquarius?
Let's keep the mouse deck.
What kind of earth changes can we expect?
Yeah. Okay. I just want to check something here. I'm getting the King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles reversed, the Magician, Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Just want to check. Yeah, that depends on the timeline, of course. So I would say that what to expect with the change of the world would be that we would have to really fight for getting the best timeline with this. I think that we're going to have a lot more of extreme situation with the weather, a lot more, just because they're playing so much with those both extreme.
Mm.
This is very much showing up in the card with the Seven of Swords next to the Magician. They're playing with it a lot. So expect that in the next few years, there is more technologies that is advanced. So right now, I would say for the next 3-4 years, we're going to have a lot more of disaster, for sure. Technologies are going to advance, where we're going to have hits and miss with what is coming up with the weather. You're going to see things that are not making sense with the weather, okay? It is showing up because they're trying to find better ways of working with this weather thing, okay? But that means hit or miss. And then what we have is the Death card, and we have the Emperor. And with this, it says, stop playing with the weather. So it's very interesting as the timeline is playing out. I'm getting so many pentacles here. I think they're going to find a solution to plant stuff. This is my view on it. I think they're going to plant trees and plants and things like that to remove the effect that all of the years of spring stuff and playing with the weather has caused a lot of harm. They're going to plant things that are going to absorb and reduce the risk to change what they are doing. So expect that we're going to have a lot of disaster, like I said, and then somebody saying, stop, it needs to end, and going with way more, yes, possibly AI, but I would say technology in a sense of we're going to probably create a new plant or something, but it's going to be something that is a plant or a tree that is going to be helping.
So going natural in order to fix what was very, very unnatural for decades. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Now, and again, we have so many interesting questions, so we won't have time to ask all of them. Maybe we'll do a part 3. Let us know if you would like that. Regarding telepathy, because Aquarius deals with connectivity, but also energy. So are we going to be able to access more of our telepathic abilities? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but of our telepathy. Because we know that it's inside of us, but like for some reason, we have a hard time tapping into that.
It says yes, but Programming, that's interesting. It says yes, the communication is going to come up, but I had to take a lot of cards before it shows up. And the way that I do my card, it's like past and then present. It's like a timeline. Everything that I see and every question almost starts with decluttering, purging, removing. If you're not doing that part, you're not accessing the update, you're not accessing the new part, you're not getting to that higher frequency, you're not getting to that place of better timeline, better downloads. So yes, it is there. Let me just quickly go there.
Well, it makes sense also because Pluto, whenever it's entering a new sign, Pluto rules the purge in order to have this death and rebirth, this initiation. So whenever the first years is not about changing completely what the sign means, it's about purging what no longer works and then it being able to step into more empowerment. So that makes sense.
Underneath the card of communication, letter, we have the Hierophant reverse. And underneath this card of programming, we have the removal of the programming with this stuck energy with the Eight of Swords. So I think the first thing that will be done to help with telepathy is to remove the system of the schools as is right now, because it has to start young to get the best results. So the system of the school is hurting a lot of this part of the human being, and the system of the school needs to be redo completely to I'm getting beautiful cards then. It says that we need to switch, and we have the Seven of Cups and the Star. It needs to be changed completely to get to the best place of our gifts, who we truly are, and how can we access those gifts that we have naturally that we don't know how to use. So meditation, connection with ancestors, constellation, family constellation, everything that you want to do when it's later in your life and you have to undo all the programming will be taught to children, but it needs to be purged, this big system of tradition in school and everything that is being taught right now.
That makes so much sense because like we know that in the first, let's say 8 years, 9 years, the children are like sponges. So this is where they have like access, very easy access to their psychic abilities. But then because of, let's say, the process of programming, the process of individualization, like a lot of kids learn how to block that. And then once you, let's say, awaken a lot further in your own development in your life, then there's a lot of more blockages to go through in order for you to tap into those abilities. So that makes sense. And I see the Star Wars series and they have like the Jedi school for children. So that makes a lot of sense that we need to implement that from a young age in order to tap into like the best abilities of humanity.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
go ahead.
on top of it, when it comes to past lives, children tend to remember their past life. Some of them until the age of 6. And it's just that when those children are born in countries that doesn't believe in past life, whenever they're bringing up their memories, they're not encouraged or believed. So they're never, I cannot say never, they're most likely to not be heard and work on them. And then people researching and bring those answers to that child.
Yeah.
But when they are in a society where they believe in past life, they have that possibility of doing this. So imagine what we can be doing as a society if we remember our past life and we cultivate our gift from a young age. This is just mind-blowing.
Well, this is good news that it's going to happen during the Pluto and Aquarius era. And Aquarius rules wisdom. It rules like the higher brain, intellect. So it makes a lot of sense. And also alternative schooling system is Aquarius. So That gives me a lot of hope, and let us know also in the comments if you agree with that, and if you have any insights about the show that you'd like to share. We love reading your comments, and also do make sure you like and subscribe. And also for all of you who would like to book a one-on-one consultation with Sophie, you can do so right now on MaisonJupiter.com. And don't forget to enter Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off your next reading. And you'll have the choice between the 1 hour tarot reading and the 1 hour past lives reading, depending on what you'd like to explore. And of course, you can have also a brief overview of your year of 2025. This is the best time to do so. The link is down below in the description box if you'd like to book with Sophie. Wow, thank you so much, Sophie. That was an amazing show. And maybe we'll do part 3. Let us know in the comments if you would like that. We still have a lot of topics to touch on for the Pluto in Aquarius era. And lastly, I just wanted to share the schedule here. So we are here on Tuesday. Tomorrow, we'll put up a astrology special on the Sagittarius new moon that will be exact this Sunday, December 1st. And then on Thursday, we have a big day, the pick a card at noon. And then we'll have the 5D news show. Don't miss that. It's going to be a great one, 7 p.m. Eastern. And at 8 p.m., we'll have Soul's second live Q&A course if you did register for the Aura course on the Academy. If not, it's still time to register. And on Friday, I made a little typo here, but Sagittarius new moon astrology and activation with Elena. So we'll do a live singing bowl meditation and talk a little bit about the astrology as well. So this is going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern. And at 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll have the live galactic show with the beautiful Soul Rita. So join us this week. Have a beautiful one, and we'll see you very soon. Bye, everybody.